Okay. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, the stream should be live. Just gonna give it a couple minutes to get some more people in here. Probably give it 3-4 minutes to get the stream started. Hope everyone's doing well today. If you're watching this on video on demand, or the video version rather, just skip to probably the 3-4 minute mark, because that's when the stream will be getting started. Just gonna give it a couple minutes. Hope everyone's doing well once again. It's a good day. It's a good day. My birthday was yesterday. And we have some interesting news in the crypto markets today. Okay. All right. We start with this news. All right, we're gonna get it started now. How's everyone doing today? It is the Naughty Investor here. Hope everyone's doing well today. And we have some interesting news with crypto regarding adoption today. We have some interesting news out of AT&T. And we have some market news as well. So we're gonna get into all of that in just a moment. Probably start off with this article from News BTC on Tim Draper predicting still a 250K Bitcoin despite this rally pause. Ace1 asks, 2019, what will the high be for Bitcoin at end of year? Well, of course, no one really knows. I can make my prediction for what the price of Bitcoin will be at the end of this year. My personal prediction, I think Bitcoin will probably end the year at about 40K. And I think 2020 will provide a even bigger year for Bitcoin, as well as many of the altcoins, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. My main reason for that, Ace, is because generally these bull markets come in round of threes. That's what a lot of people, a lot of analysts have suggested. And so you'll have when the bull market happens, it will usually last 2 to 3 years. So oftentimes we could have a full year of acceleration, and then the next year it's even higher because even more FOMO kicks in. So this year I think Bitcoin could end between 30 and 40K, and I think next year it'll probably even double that. So and that's just because of the fact of how long bull markets go on when it comes to cryptocurrency. So we're going to get into this. This is Tim Draper. He is a billionaire. He expects Bitcoin to be at 250K. Even though the rally has been paused. So let's get in this article. Bitcoin BTC may have dropped by 4% in the past 24 hours, receding to 7,600 in an intraday drop, but many analysts and investors are still optimistic. The thing is, the fact that Bitcoin collapsed to 6,100 and then skyrocketed to 8K for a second time was deemed by many to be wildly positive, as it asserts that the bulls have control of the cryptocurrency wheel. One prominent investor claims that this is just the start, though. He recently asserted that Bitcoin's runway is a lot longer than some expect, and that Bitcoin can easily reach a value in sextuple digit range. Bitcoin rally is just getting started. Tim Draper, a prominent venture capitalist known for sporting in an offensive purple Bitcoin type, recently told the street that now is still an optimal time to purchase Bitcoin. In a comment characteristic of his long-term expectation for this space, the investor quipped that it may be wise to buy the dip or buy the rebound, hinting at his belief that whether your Bitcoin cost basis is 5,000 or 10,000 in years from now, it won't matter. So his point here is that yes, of course you want to get it at the cheapest possible price, but if you're looking at it in terms of magnitude, if Bitcoin hits 250K, does it really matter if you get it at 5K or 10K? I mean, yeah, it's extra $5,000 in return on investment, but it's not a substantial thing to be considered. He goes on to state that by 2020, maybe 2023, he expects for the price of each Bitcoin to be valued at $250,000, explaining his prediction as an estimate of the market share that Bitcoin will obtain as a viable currency in digital store of value. This is far from the first time he touted such a lofty prediction. Speaking to Cointelegraph, the staunch permabull remarked that 2018 sell-off to 3,100 from 20K was simply a fluctuation, musing that the move was catalyzed by manipulators looking to turn a quick buck. Explaining why buying cryptocurrency whenever is logical, Draper says, all times are good times to enter the crypto market. If you are forward thinking, you're going to look forward and say, this is just a better currency. So it's just a matter of time before the world adopts it. That will happen when everything I can do with fiat, I can do with Bitcoin. Indeed, many have expressed that the simple adoption of Bitcoin as digital currency, potentially the money of the future, is what will drive long-term growth. Researchers expressed 4 months ago that if Bitcoin's supply schedule, Bitcoin's adoption rates, its share of global financial transactions, and worldwide debt continues to follow his in-depth model, Bitcoin could hit 250,000 by as soon as 2020. Lining up with Draper's forecast. He then added that Bitcoin's fair value at the time was $5,500, meaning that the spot price of the market was then undervaluing the asset. Okay, so what does this all mean? Let me break this down. Sorry, I have something in my eye. My eye is watering up. I'm teary-eyed. I'm crying at crypto. All right. How's the stream look, guys? Is everything looking all right? Hope everyone's looking good. So yeah. His point here is that when you're looking long term, it really doesn't matter what price you get the crypto at, and I half agree with him. I think, of course, you want to get it at the lowest possible price, but if you miss that mark and you're still wondering whether you should get it or not, most of the time you should. Now, there are certain times where I think maybe you shouldn't. Maybe if it's at a all-time high, like when Bitcoin hit 20K, should you have been buying Bitcoin? Probably not. Will you make your money back on that? Probably, eventually, as the price continues to accelerate over time. But his point here is that even if you don't get at the price you want, even if you don't get it at an all-time low, it's still better than not having anything. And to that, I agree with him, okay? I agree with him in that regard that yes, get it at the cheapest price you can, but if you miss that boat, then getting in sometime is better than not getting in at all. That makes sense to you guys. Let me know if that makes sense. So Tim Draper, again, he is a very wealthy individual, venture capitalist. He has a stake in crypto. He expects Bitcoin to hit 250K by 2023, which I think is somewhat possible. I mean, that's quite a ways away, quite a few years away, and we know how volatile and how fast cryptocurrency moves, going from a couple thousand to 20,000 over that short time. I mean, why can't it go from 20,000 to 200,000? I mean, it's still very possible. I'm not saying his timeline is correct. Maybe it's 2025. Who really knows? But I still think that he makes some good points in when he was talking about this. So interesting there. Next up, we could talk a bit about, thank you for the $2, Ace. Ace asks, do you see ETF happening this year? Do I see the ETF happening this year? It's tough to say, Ace, and I do appreciate the super chat. I think it's possible. if I was to gauge a risk, I would say it's 50-50 at this point. I mean, the SEC is so strict. That's the big problem. The SEC is so strict, and they always have something to say that's negative. And we all know that regulators are largely in bed with the banks. So do the banks largely want this? I mean, it depends. Some do, because some that are doing custodianship work and things like that might make money from this. But I do want to say this about the ETF. The ETF will happen eventually, in my opinion. Here's why. The big problem with the ETF a few years ago. Hey, Jay, how are you, dude? What's up, brother? Thank you for coming to the stream. We just got started maybe 5 minutes ago. We're still early in the stream. Back to what I was saying about the ETF. Where was I going? I lost my train of thought. Basically, what I was going at is that the ETF, the big problem before was custodianship, right? And was finding the correct spot prices of the coins, because crypto's still so new, and there's still so much market arbitrage going on, and so many disparities between prices. And then there was custodian issues, right? We're getting those sorted out, Ace. And so for that reason, I think it's possible, I'd say 50% likely, that we'll have an ETF by the end of the year. If we don't have it by the end of this year, I would say it's probably like 80% likely we have it by the end of 2020. And I do think ETF is going to have a big impact on prices, because, then, older people could get in crypto. People who don't understand wallet addresses, who don't understand what the heck's a private key, what the heck is cold storage, what's hot storage, those people could get into crypto. And I think an ETF could really, really add billions of dollars into this marketplace, potentially trillions. And another thing I want to say about this, Ace, is if an ETF wasn't coming, we wouldn't see more custodianship coming, right? We see custodianship coming. The institutions, exchanges, crypto companies are gearing up for an ETF because they want to be in on that action. All right, so I think it's 50% likely end of 2019. If not end of 2019, I would say like 80% likely end of 2020. So that's my thoughts on the ETF. And thank you again for the $2. I appreciate it. I consider that a birthday gift, because yesterday was my birthday. So thank you for the birthday gift. But yeah, so we have some more adoption coming up with AT&T now. AT&T is going to be accepting crypto today, according to a release from the company. Really interesting stuff here. It's just happening. It's like crypto is a virus that's spreading across the world slowly. Every day, more and more companies accepting it, more and more companies engaging in it, more and more institutions investing in it. It is a slow spreading virus. And when we hit that catalyst point of mass adoption, we're all going to be riding in Lambos. That's all I'm saying. We're all going to be riding in Lambos when we hit that point of mass adoption. If you're invested in the right coins, you have a well-diversified portfolio, and you're buying at the lows, you're hodling, right? So much you could be doing. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Jay. I appreciate it. I am 22. I'm 22. Oh, I just knocked over some box of something. Jay's going for the GTR. He thinks the Lambos are overrated. I don't know. Are they overrated? I've never driven in one. I like cars. I don't know a ton about cars. Like, I know a good amount about cars. I'm not sure what I would go for if I was going to buy a luxury car. Believe it or not, and it's not an expensive car at all, Jay. I really like the Toyota 86, which is the old Scion FRS, but it's like Toyota's model now. They done away with Scion, and it's only like a $30,000 car, and I really liked it. I like the Toyota 86 a lot. I just like the look of it. I know it's not the most powerful, but if I was gonna get a car and I was like, I don't want to spend more than $50K, I would go for that. But I don't know, if when we get to that point where mass adoption continues, I'll probably have 3 different cars. Yeah, they do look really stylish. They definitely do. So let's get into this article now about AT&T. Cryptocurrency is taking another step towards mainstream as mobile carrier AT&T announced it would accept payments in crypto today, according to an official release from the company. Specifically, the firm is allowing its customers to pay their mobile bills via BitPay online or in-app. BitPay, one of the best-known payment companies in crypto, will process the cryptocurrency for AT&T and give them the payments in regular cash. Though the move may seem positive for crypto users, Joe McCain, a former crypto hedge fund manager at Passport Capital, told the block the move seemed to come more out of left field and speculated that perhaps the company has internal data showing more millennials utilizing crypto payments. So, the interesting thing here is I know a lot of people are going to say this is negative, that they're not accepting crypto. They're accepting it, but it's getting converted to cash. But I always tell people this is the first step, right? Companies always dip their toes in the water first. So they're not going to just, hey, we're going to keep the crypto and keep it in crypto. They might start off converting it to USD, to fiat, and a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, then they might say, all right, we're going to keep some of the money in crypto because it's been appreciating so much. Why not have it in this alternative currency that is uncorrelated to the US dollar? And they especially might do this if the US dollar falls in value. Ace says he's going to be grabbing the Audi R8, very close to Lambo at half the cost. Grabbing when crypto moons. Definitely a stylish car. Definitely a stylish car. Good idea, Ace. Good idea. Get me an Audi. Jay says he can believe 250K by end of 2020 if the bull run hasn't already begun, but realistically, 100K Bitcoin by end of 2019 would be just as phenomenal. I completely agree. And again, a lot of this is gauging where the bull run started, when it started, and things like that, because a lot of analysts that I keep up with have been saying that this bull run will last about 3 years. So if this bull run lasts 3 years, 250K is very, very doable. But again, 2019, 100K would still be very, very possible. Heck, even 50K by the end of 2019 would be great. And definitely something to keep your eye on. I always look at the predictions from wealthier people who are more involved in this than just article writers, because I like to get the information from actual venture capitalists, actual hedge fund managers, right? And Tim Draper has always been putting out good predictions, even if he's not always right. I mean, look, if he's off by 2 years, do we really care, right? Do we really care? 250K Bitcoin in by 2025, let's say. Do we really care? I mean, I'd still be happy with that, even by 2025. I mean, if he's off 2 years, right? Same thing with XRP. A lot of people saying XRP will hit $4 by the end of this year. I think that's quite possible. I mean, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. I mean, but even if we hit $2 XRP, $3 XRP by the end of this year, still phenomenal. Phenomenal return on investments that you're not going to get in the stock market. That's the key here. A lot of people forget this, that what's the alternative to crypto? Nothing else out there is bringing you returns like cryptocurrency. And I don't care which cryptocurrency you own, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP. You look at those coins and have gotten into them, let's say 3 years ago, nothing in the stock market is bringing you the same return. Nothing. Maybe IPOs, high-risk IPOs might come close, but a lot of IPOs are sinking in value right after they go public. Ace says 40K is very conservative. If that happens, I'm sending nice donation here first. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. Definitely. Jay says, haha, at that point, I'd call for a chopper to pick us all up. Yes, we could all go to Las Vegas, buy some nice cars, ride around, gamble a little bit, have some drinks on me. We could all have a good time. Am I right? Where was I? Oh, so he basically, Joe McCain said that they see that he thinks AT&T has data that more and more millennials are going to be using crypto to pay for stuff, and this might just be a play on that. And That's great. I mean, more young people using crypto. I definitely think it is something that is a good thing. And companies, they see a demand. Hey, let's bring the supply. There's a demand for companies that accept crypto. Let's accept crypto, and that will lead to these companies getting more involved in cryptocurrency. All right. McCain questions the, did I go through that? Yeah, McCain questions of internal data may not be off base, as Kevin McDormand, Vice President of AT&T Communications Finance Business Operations, pointed to customers using cryptocurrency as a reason for the extended options. We're always looking for ways to improve and expand our services, McDormand said in a statement. We have customers who use cryptocurrency, and we are happy we can offer them a way to pay their bills with the method they prefer. Chief Commercial Officer at BitPay, Sunny Singhi, praised AT&T for the partnership, which began when BitPay reached out a year prior. AT&T did a great job making this happen. So good on AT&T. We know AT&T had a problem before. There was like $1 million lawsuit where someone lost a lot of money in crypto because of AT&T's flaw in their like SIM card service, where someone like duplicated their SIM card and they hacked their crypto, and it was just a big mess. So AT&T has an interesting relationship with crypto, but I'm happy they're coming out supporting it. And I think this is great news in general. It's just great news. I mean, how can you be mad at this? It's a step forward. Is it 5 steps forwards? Are they buying Bitcoin, or keeping the money in Bitcoin, or keeping the money in XRP, or keeping it in Ethereum? No, not yet, but it's a step forward. People get too ahead of themselves, or when they criticize, oh, they're only converting it to fiat. It's still a step forward. A step forward. Forward progress is forward progress no matter how you cut it. So definitely awesome on AT&T. Check the stream. We're still doing pretty good. We're at 20 minutes. Pretty good. Check the markets today. For those of you wondering why I haven't streamed in the past couple days, I did a video about 3 or 4 days ago, and I've been busy, so I didn't get to stream a lot of the market action, but also with my birthday and, busy. I do apologize for that. I'm trying to get more consistent with the streams. Like to do at least 4 a week at minimum, but at least I put out a video the other day. That was something better than nothing. So I didn't really cover a ton of the price action, but basically crypto, the bull run came to a stall, kind of dipped down a little bit, and then we came back up. Like I've been saying, these things will happen. There will be pullbacks. That's just profit taking. That's just the market being a market. That's what a market is. It's selling and it's buying, and when there's more selling than buying, prices will temporarily dip. That's just how the market works. Ace says Starbucks, Whole Foods owned by Amazon. Amazon has to be next in line for cryptos. Talk about the store apocalypse when that happens. Jay says Amazon would most likely come out with their own stablecoin. Yeah, Amazon is interesting. Amazon definitely, I wouldn't put them past it to explore more in blockchain technology. I mean, big retailer, they have no reason not to get involved. And whether it's accepting other coins or creating a stable coin or doing both, definitely possible. I mean, Amazon's a big company. Big companies have money to put into R&D, right? They have money to kind of play around with, where they could develop their own products, develop their own blockchains, develop their own payment processors so they can accept other cryptocurrencies, other altcoins. Amazon has a lot of money. We all know that. And they are always experimenting, right? Amazon is always experimenting with new things. They went from a bookstore, an online bookstore, to an online retailer, to having their own Netflix type of thing with, with Amazon Prime Video. Amazon is always looking for new markets to get into. Amazon is like this giant, ever-expanding ball of mass that's covering every market. I was reading probably a while ago, maybe 6 months ago, that Amazon was looking to get into pharmaceuticals, looking to start an Amazon online pharmacy. I mean, Amazon is a ever-expanding company, and I definitely, I would own stock in Amazon. That's all I'm saying. I would own stock in Amazon. Not financial advice. I'm just saying, but definitely. So markets are up today. We're just under 250 billion US dollars. Again, the key support level I'm looking at is 200 billion. We're above that, so I'm happy, I'm comfortable. Bitcoin dominance is still fairly high at 57.1%. Bitcoin's up about 2.43% today. Ethereum, XRP, all up a little bit, modest gains on the day, just under 1%. So definitely interesting. Volume's okay, and most of your top coins just up 1% or 2%, or even a little bit less than that. Biggest gainer today is Matic Network, up 32%. And the biggest loser today is Insight Chain, down 12% on the day. Now, what was I going to talk about? All right, so I also want to talk a little bit about where the market, how fast it's going to be moving. I think it's going to be like at least for a while, for the next maybe month or two, like a 2-step or 3-step forward, 1-step back type of thing, a slow increase. And then when we hit that point where Bitcoin is nearing 10K or 12K, we're going to start to see the FOMO come back in, and that money will drip into the altcoins as well. I've been saying that the money will hit Bitcoin first and then drip into the altcoins. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of altcoins that pump too. So again, be diversified. If you're a Bitcoin maximalist, look, own some Ethereum, own some XRP. If you are just a casual crypto investor, kind of a newer crypto investor, diversify. Own at least 5 coins. At least. But yeah, so the market's okay today, nothing crazy. I covered most of the things I wanted to talk about today. We talked about AT&T, talked about the Tim Draper prediction, we talked about the market. I'll give the stream a couple more minutes, see if there's any last questions, any super chats that want to come in, any donations, or just any questions that I could answer. And then we will wrap up the stream. We're probably nearing about the half-hour mark. Yes, we are. That's the goal for the stream, is about a half hour, so probably give it 4 minutes. And we will, it's been a good stream, guys. Again, thank you to Ace for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think the Bitcoin halving will have a dramatic impact on prices. I think it will. It's just supply and demand at that point, right? It's a mechanism to really correct the supply and demand and make sure that the price is going where it should be, which is up. I'm in the mood for Burger King, but I'm on a diet, so I can't have Burger King. Life sucks. Wish Burger King accepted crypto. Am I right? Alright. Give it another minute and then we'll wrap up the stream. Again, thank you everyone who came out to the stream today. We're just about hitting the half-hour mark. I appreciate it. Jay says, diet seriously, and he says it's a matter of time. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if a diet is the best word, but I guess just trying to eat healthier, maybe it's the better word, like just eating cleaner, I guess. I mean, I'm not like a vegan or anything. I eat a lot of meat, but I don't know, kind of just eat like leaner stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with that. Yeah, so let's wrap up the stream, guys. Again, thank you everyone who came out. I know I go through the outro like 5 times a stream. Ace says Litecoin price end of year. Ooh, I haven't thought a lot about that. I haven't thought a lot about Litecoin's end of year price, so I can't give an... What do I want to do with that? I don't want to give an... Here, let's do this. Let's do this. So I could try and maybe do some TE and give a decent end of year prediction on Litecoin. Chart. Give it a minute to load. This was about a year's time. We're gonna put in indicator. What's this? Crypto Cajun says, the IMF published an article that says there's a 100% investor risk in the stock market. I mean, yeah, I think the stock market has a lot of overvaluation at this point. And that's mainly because the Federal Reserve. When the Federal Reserve artificially keeps interest rates low, it creates overvaluation and money to flow in the stock market that shouldn't be there, and that kind of creates a bubble. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on. I mean, I'm in the stock market, I am, but I definitely think it's something to be concerned about. I mean, it's something like I wouldn't be buying a ton of stock right now. I'm more into crypto at this point. Thank you, Ace, for the $5. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. So we went to, I don't know why it's on Bitcoin. It should be on Litecoin. Try and give you a good end of year prediction for what I think Litecoin's going to do. So just stay tuned. Give me a couple minutes to get this all set up. I haven't done a lot of TE lately. So we're on Litecoin. I have the Bollinger Bands up. Let's set up a moving average. I like the old version of TradingView so much better. They updated it, and I don't like how it is now, but do an exponential moving average. Put in, the 100-day moving average. Okay. I also want to put up a RSI. Okay, so this was, so the price right here is at about 89 cents. Move this down a little bit more. So there's support at $26. We've hit a bottom, so we hit a bottom right here. Here, let's move this. We want to keep it at the bottoms over there until we get to, oh, I went too far. I went into 2020. All right, so we have, assuming, all right, so I picked out the points there. We're at the bottom over here. And Bollinger Band is pretty tight over here. We don't know where the RSI is going to go. I would say so for end of year for Litecoin, I would probably say, assuming that the bull market continues, all right, assuming the bull market continues, I would say about $250 is fair for Litecoin at the end of this year. We have a lot of things going on with the Litecoin. There's still a lot of development with Litecoin, and Litecoin has a strong community. The main reason I'm saying it's, so I know this line points to 150, and I realize that, but there's a lot I don't really have time to do on Litecoin. But a main thing you want to watch is the Bollinger Bands, because when you see the Bollinger Bands expand, it means that there's going to be a price extremity. And when you see them contract, it's usually a good time to buy, okay? So you definitely want to keep your eye on Litecoin. It's not the most accurate prediction, but I would say about $250 end of year for Litecoin is definitely very possible. Just check the stream. Again, thank you for the $5 super chat, Ace. I do appreciate it. If you have any other questions, I'll give the stream another minute so you guys could ask. And Ace, I might do, if that's something you're interested in, price predictions, I might do a price predictions video for you and for everyone as well, where I could go into more depth. Ace says, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's a rough prediction. It's not something I could say it's 100% going to happen, but I will do a more accurate prediction in a future video where I could go into more with, because I only have one moving average up, right? I only have the 100-day moving average up. And I could go into more things like that. I could bring up the MACD indicator and bring up some more stuff. So this is just a rough estimate, but I do definitely want to do a in-depth video where I could go into Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum, and do some serious TE on it. It'd probably be like an hour-long video, but it'd definitely be worth watching. But yeah, so thanks everyone who came out to the stream. I'll see you later, Ace. I'll see you later, Jay. Everyone who came out, I do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great week. Hopefully everyone's, happy, healthy, and, making those gains with the hodling. And I will catch you all next time. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.